Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't just the most anticipated piece of entertainment in human history, it is also the most terrifying project anyone has ever tried to build. We're watching a studio locked in a cage fight with its own ghost, a 25-year legacy of escalating perfection that has led them to this exact, dangerous moment. To understand the paralyzing pressure sitting on Rockstar Games right now, you can't just look at the recent trailers. You have to understand the monster they built, piece by piece over 2 decades. Before 2001, the idea of a truly open world was mostly theoretical. Then Grand Theft Auto 3 arrived and didn't just create a genre, it destroyed the rules of what games were supposed to be. It gave us a city that didn't care if we were there, a sandbox where chaos was the only real objective. It was crude by today's standards, but it felt like freedom. Rockstar didn't rest, they weaponized that freedom. Vice City proved they could capture a specific cultural vibe, the neon-soaked excess of the 80s, better than most movies. San Andreas proved they could operate on an absurd scale, giving us 3 distinct cities, a countryside, and RPG elements on hardware that had no business running it. By the time we got to the HD era with GTA 4, they weren't just making bigger maps, they were obsessed with simulation. The introduction of the Euphoria physics engine meant the world felt heavy, reactive, and sometimes uncomfortably real. But then came the anomaly, Grand Theft Auto 5 in 2013. It is hard to overstate how much GTA 5 broke the industry. It generated $1 billion in 3 days. It became the most profitable entertainment product ever made across any medium. But that success became a double-edged sword. GTA Online turned into a money printer that allowed Rockstar to go dark for nearly a decade. It gave them the luxury of unlimited time and budget, and that luxury produced the biggest problem GTA 6 currently faces. Red Dead Redemption 2. Released in 2018, Red Dead 2 isn't just a game, it is an obsessive, almost pathological simulation of a time and place. It set a benchmark for detail that bordered on unhealthy. Horse testicles that shrank in the cold, NPCs with full daily life cycles that played out whether you watched them or not, mud that dried on clothes in real time. Red Dead 2 ruined other open-world games for millions of players. It proved that Rockstar could create a world so immersive that simply existing in it was the gameplay loop. It set a standard of quality that no other studio, not Ubisoft, not Bethesda, not CD Projekt Red, has been able to touch since. And that is the trap. Rockstar is no longer competing with the rest of the industry. They are competing with the memory of Red Dead Redemption 2, but they have to do it on the scale of a modern, dense metropolis with the chaotic energy of GTA. The expectations drawn from that history are now colliding with the brutal reality of modern game development. This brings us to right now, the most dangerous phase of GTA 6's existence. For years, the silence around this project was deafening. When the first trailer finally dropped, it shattered YouTube records and gave the world a target date, early 2026. For a moment, it felt like the old Rockstar magic was back. But the dream didn't last. As production ground on, the window shifted, the finish line moved. We are now staring down a hard date of November 19, 2026. On paper, a delay of a few months seems minor. In reality, it tells you everything about the chaos behind the curtain. The moment Rockstar put a November date on the calendar, they locked themselves into a financial vice. That date isn't just for players, it's for shareholders, marketing partners, console manufacturers, and retailers who are building their entire holiday fiscal year around this one product launch. Moving that date again wouldn't just be embarrassing, it would be a financial catastrophe measured in the hundreds of millions. Yet, as that immovable deadline approaches, the situation inside the studio seems to be fracturing. In late 2025, reports broke that around 30 to 40 staff were terminated across Rockstar's UK and Canadian offices. The IWGB union publicly accused Rockstar of targeting union organizers and members from a private Discord server. Rockstar and its parent company, Take-Two, claimed these firings were due to gross misconduct, but hundreds of employees reportedly signed petitions demanded their colleagues be reinstated. From the outside, you see corporate press releases about restructuring or efficiency. From the inside, this looks like a studio culling its workforce during the most critical, crunch-heavy phase of production. It means fewer people carrying a heavier load on a project where the expectations are already impossible. This turmoil is happening against the backdrop of a generational gap that adds its own unique pressure. GTA 5 dropped in 2013. There are adults expecting GTA 6 who were in elementary school the last time a new GTA launched. An entire generation of gamers has grown up transitioning from Xbox 360 to PS4 to PS5, all with the same game playing in the background. They don't just want a sequel, they want a religious experience that justifies a 13-year wait, and they are likely going to have to pay dearly for it. Rumors have swirled all year about aggressive pricing models, potential $200 Ultimate Editions, or a base price higher than the standard $70. Rockstar is positioning this as a premium luxury good. If they charge luxury prices and deliver a broken product, the backlash will be vicious. This is why former Rockstar developers and industry insiders are so worried. They know that in this final stretch, the battle isn't about adding cool new features. It's a war between scope, polish, and morale. Scope is about what actually makes it onto the disc. By late 2025, the map is locked, the story is written, and the actors are recorded. The question now is whether the thousands of intersecting systems, the police AI, the traffic density, the dynamic weather, the random events, actually work together without crashing the console. The pressure to hit that November 19th date means harsh decisions are being made daily. Ambitious features that are still buggy might get cut. Complex interiors might be sealed off. Dynamic AI behaviors might be simplified just to get the game stable. The temptation to ship it good enough and patch it later grows stronger every day the deadline gets closer. We have seen this story before. Cyberpunk 2027 is the ghost that haunts every major developer right now. It proved that decades of goodwill can evaporate in a single weekend if you lie about the state of your game. Rockstar's reputation is built entirely on a level of polish that other studios can't afford. If they lose that, they lose everything. But achieving that polish requires a workforce that isn't burning out. When controversial firings hit, combined with strict return-to-office mandates and mandatory overtime, morale craters. Tired, stressed, fearful teams make mistakes. Bugs slip through. The creative spark that is needed to make a world feel alive gets crushed under the weight of just trying to survive the schedule. So here we are. We have the irresistible force of Rockstar's legendary past colliding with the immovable object of their messy present. If GTA 6 hits that November 19th, 2026 date in strong shape, if it launches with the stability of GTA 5 and the insane detail of Red Dead 2, then the legacy is secure. The delays will be forgotten, the controversies will fade, and the high price will be justified. It will prove that the era of the massive narrative-driven blockbuster is still alive. But if it stumbles, if it launches broken, empty, or feeling like a shadow of the games that came before it, it won't just be a bad game launch. It will be seen as proof that the Rockstar standard is finally unsustainable. The clock is ticking towards November. Internally, the pressure is unlike anything this industry has seen before. Externally, the whole world is watching, waiting to see if the king can still wear the crown, or if the weight of the past is finally too much to bear.